Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. We're taking a look here at Bitcoin, kind of see what's going on. We're going to jump into some high block capital data, some back-end stuff, just to give you a quick perspective on our conversation from before, because we were looking pretty bearish from Bitcoin earlier today, and that has shifted some. I'm still bearish on Bitcoin tentatively on the short term, because I do feel like this might be somewhat of a fake out. And again, congrats if you caught a short at the higher level there, 35.7, 35.8. Nice job. But again, I still feel comfortable with our short at 35,000. Okay, so again, in fact, our short right now as a community is averaged out to be 35.3, so we're actually in the green right now too. So again, awesome stuff there. That's all the more reason why you want to average your position in to your trades, and just make sure you're using good risk management when you're trading. Okay, so enough about all that. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the back end stuff here, kind of help understand what's going on. So we got all these upper liquidation levels, like I mentioned, those got pretty much wiped out. Anything that was upwards of, hold on, sorry, this is the wrong chart. Let's get Bitcoin here. Because there was what? There was liquidations at 35,700, 35,800. Those got hit pretty hard. We can see there's some new ones at 35.8, and majority of the longs, correction, the short positions are at 36,100. Okay, so those didn't quite get wiped out, but they came very close. I'm sure they were pretty concerned when they came close there, but simply put, we can see that there is a lot less of it there. And what we want to look at here too would be open interest, and just see where the longs are at. This is important for us to note kind of roughly where massive amounts of liquidations are going to occur. We saw a bunch of them up here, of course, for longs, but here right now we got the average amount of longs. Those are some late longs at 35,400. So most folks are feeling that 35.4, what used to be 35,200, is essentially that new level. Because again, we can see 35.2 was a previous liquidation level, and those positions have been closed, and these new ones are open at 35.4. So that really just tells us that we got some, this belief that 35,400 is a very safe spot for people to add to their position for a long. We also have the same belief here at 35.4 for short positions, considering that is a good entry point as well. So it really just tells us a lot in the sense that it's kind of like that center spot in between these large amounts of liquidation. So most amount of positions are aggregated there. We take a look at the liquidations levels from before. We can see, obviously, nothing's changed there. Still the same amount of longs at 34,000. We have more shorts entering the market here at 36,150. And keep in mind, this isn't necessarily where they're entering. That's just where they're going to get liquidated if they were to get squeezed out. So that implies that we have a lot of shorts open somewhere between 35.5 and 36 even, depending on the leverage amount. Okay. Now, why that's important to know is because it really helps us understand kind of the general bias right now and who's doing what and where these levels are. So as we start to get more liquidation levels above the price action, that's all the more reason why the price action might continue higher, because the fact that the price does gravitate towards liquidation levels oftentimes. And now, the whales have two places to target instead of just one. Yeah, so that's both good and bad depending on what side of the tracks you're on. All right, so let's just talk about some basic stuff here, work our way down. Nothing's changed with moving averages. We're still in good shape there, still looking bullish here. I'm still concerned with the money flow index dropping pretty hard here. Granted, this is a 14-day average over the last 14 candlesticks on the RSI, but still a concern. We also have a stochastic potential swing up here, and if we take a look at the last time the price action swung up, we did see a pretty significant increase from there. Okay, so stochastic is giving us a good sign here that we are essentially in this place where the price action should continue higher. But again, there's conflicting information with the MACD swinging down pretty significant as well. You just got to recognize the stochastic is kind of like a MACD for the RSI, letting us know that we are oversold at this exact moment because of the fact that when the price ramped up, it came back down pretty hard. Okay? So again, I think it's somewhat of a false positive. It feels kind of like it just feels like a trap to me personally. Again, I've been saying that for a while now, and the price hasn't gone down yet. So in truth, that's just the way it goes, I guess, sometimes. But simply put, we're still honoring this ascending trend. We broke this descending trend, which is a very good sign. That absolutely helps us understand that we could very well continue higher. We're back up over both these important moving averages, and we're now shifting convergently. We converged here. So again, a lot can change in 12 hours or 8 hours, where the price action was looking like it was going to drop hard earlier today. And of course, we saw, what was it? I sent this out on my Twitter. It was a significant amount of volume. What was that amount of volume? I might have already passed it. I think it was somewhere in the range of about, oh, here we go. Sorry, I scrolled past it. In 24-hour period here, we saw 6.6 billion, or 7.6 billion, that's normal. What is abnormal is 700 million of that came in 14 minutes, and that's when the price shot up. Okay, so again, I don't trust those pushes like that, because even though it's a nice attempt, it kind of got thwarted here and hit that resistance level. What it did is, though, is it swept this upper liquidity level here, and we can see that the price action covered that level, at least the majority of it. We swept most of that liquidity. So now that that's been swept, what do you think is going to happen next? We got lower sell side liquidity and previous fair value gap. Okay, so again, all the more reason why this is probably poising itself to drop fairly hard. But once more, we do got to recognize that we are ascending positively. We're seeing higher highs and higher lows. This is technically a parallel high, but truth is, a lot of times these things break out to the upside. So I'm not concerned with the, I'm not like super bearish, but this feels like a fake out to me. But again, what do I know? The truth here is that what we can see, there is definitely more bullish than bearish qualities, but the macro is telling us it wants to pull back. So I'm more concerned with the macro than I am the micro, but again, as you continue to add these smaller time frames together, it makes a bigger time frame, right? So truth is, we're kind of in good shape there, but from what we can see in the back end, I really feel like we're going to see a lot more liquidation at the bottom. Now that the upper levels have been swept, what's to keep the whales from taking a nice little dip before it ramps up again? Okay, I'm still going to lean a little bit more towards that. I hope I'm wrong and the price goes up and we all continue to grow our portfolios. I have no problem with that. I've been adding to my position weekly, but the truth is, this doesn't feel right. Okay, the last thing we want to talk about is Ichimoku Cloud. We're back up above it. Big surprise. We were soundly below it last time we looked. So it's just one of those things where as the price starts to normalize itself, finding its average true range here, right at about what was 35,400 earlier. Sorry, 34,400. Now it's roughly, actually, hold on, let's scroll out a little bit further. Yeah, there we go. It's still about 34,400, 34.5 is a safe approximate on the price action, kind of building that foundation. And we saw that with the heat map too earlier, where you can totally see the largest amount of accumulation is right at that 34.4, both up and down. So that's kind of a point of contention here. So we will see here soon what's going on at this point. But generally speaking, we're kind of at this crossroads. So I would recommend just kind of waiting on the sidelines. Try not to be a breakout trader. I got a lot of folks, well, only a couple, that actually they took longs at 35.2, 35.3. While that all seemed well and good when the price is cranking up to about 35.9, if you didn't take profits, you're breaking even now, and you may not be breaking even here soon. So just some mindfulness there, be aware. But the truth is, we did close today on the daily above that 35,200, which was an important thing to do. Okay? Thought that was an important level because we could see 3 days in a row we had difficulty crossing that plane. And what do you know? An hour or two before the candlestick closes, the price ramps up. So again, this is just typical manipulation of the candles, and to me, again, it still feels kind of, I don't know, it feels kind of hollow. I don't feel right. It doesn't feel good either way you look at it. Again, there's a lot of times where you're going to have indecision, but this is one of those cases in point where as much as I want the price to go up, if it does, it would just cause me for concern that we're going to see a larger drop. Just something to be mindful of. Anyways, hope that made sense. I described this correctly. Comment below if you have any thoughts. Please like the video if you can. Help us grow the community. And obviously you want to become part of our Twitter, Telegram, Discord, jump on over there, a premium group. We're getting close to our limitation here. We have a limit of how many members are in there now. And you can see our profits from last month were pretty significant. Thanks again so much again for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you all in the next video. And looking forward to work with you. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks again. See ya.